Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Kevin here, top 1 financial advisor and best-selling author. We are here to talk about the stock market. If you have not heard by now, Robinhood is now offering a Roth IRA. So today we need to discuss what this means for investors. Should you open a Roth IRA in general, or should you open one with Robinhood? Now, I'll start this off by saying I don't have an affiliate code. I'm not paid by Robinhood by any means. I'm just going to give you directly what my thoughts are about this program based on the details that we were given today and over the last few hours. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. What is a Roth IRA? A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account, but it is a Roth individual retirement account. What that means is this is after tax money. So you get your paycheck, they take out all those taxes and things, and then you are able to invest the rest of it. Well, what's the benefit of doing so? This means that it's after tax, you've already been taxed on it, you are able to invest that, and then at age 59 and a half, take all that money and spend it with no taxes, no penalties. It is one of the best, most powerful accounts that is out there. Now, there are a few other rules and things that makes a Roth IRA a bit different. One of those is you get to take out what you put in. So if I put in $1,000 today, I can take out $1,000 tomorrow because I've already been taxed on that. Unlike a 401k, unlike a traditional IRA, if I take money out, then I could be penalized for that before the age of 59 and a half. That's not true with the Roth IRA. I'm able to take out what I can put in. Now, the money that grows after that, that has to stay until 59 and a half, unless you want to pull it out and pay a tax penalty, which I don't think most of us want to do. Now, the other thing is a Roth IRA in 2023, that limit is going to be $6,500. If you are above the age of 50, or sorry, if you're 50 and above, then that limit is increased by $1,000. Every year or so, they're going to change that. And it was, at one point, it was $5,000, one point it was $6,000. Every year or so, it goes up by a few $100s. So that is what the limit is. Now, the match that they are offering, though, is this 1% on the money that you put in to the Roth IRA. Now, that has been a little contentious for many because it sounds like a great deal. And I mean, anytime you get free money, that is a big deal. However, it's only $65. That's the max. If you put in the full max of your Roth IRA under the age of 50, then the maximum amount you're going to get is $65. And Robinhood does require you to keep that account open for at least 5 years. You cannot take that money or take the Roth IRA and transfer it somewhere else like you could on almost any other platform where you can have any type of IRA. I can have one at Fidelity, and I say, look, I don't like Fidelity, and take it and go to TD Ameritrade or wherever. Not at Robinhood. If you want that match, you're going to get your $65 a year, assuming that you can put in the max, and it has to stay there for at least 5 years. Now, Robinhood does this because Robinhood is a business, and they, just like any establishment, they want to do what is in their own best interest, and they want to grow the platform and have people bring in more money to the platform. So it is a bit of a marketing gimmick, but hey, you get a maximum of $65. Now, here's the thing that I think most people can get confused about. It is not the same as a match on your 401k. Robinhood is matching your contribution to a Roth IRA compared to an employer that will match your salary to a certain percentage. So, for example, if I have a 401k and I make $100,000, if they are going to match my 5%, that means I put in 5%, $5,000, and they are going to put in 5%, which is also $5,000. So I now have $10,000. That could take you a year and a half, or I'm sorry, yeah, about a year and a half if I were doing all of this inside of my Roth IRA. Your Roth IRA, you're going to put in $6,500. Your 401k, or your Roth 401k for that matter, you can put in more than $20,000. So it's not the same, but it's very, very similar, at least in concept. Robinhood is the first app that is not associated with a 401k that is offering this type of benefit. However, Fidelity does have a credit card that does match anywhere between 1% to 2%, and you can take that cash back money and put it into one of your accounts. Now, obviously, a credit card is not the same, a little bit more dangerous if you carry a balance, and that will absolutely wipe out any benefit that there is, but that is something that's out there that I did want to state. Now, does it make sense for you to have a Roth IRA at Robinhood? That is totally up to you. There are some that have issues with their customer service. I don't want to have my Roth IRA tied up somewhere where I can't get to nobody if I need to. Okay, that's just me, but you do what you do. The other thing too is I think it is important for people to have Roth IRAs. If you can get one, I think it's important to invest. However, the other caveat here is you want that to be long-term money. I don't check any of my IRA balances or my 401k balance but twice a year, literally. Like when I tell y'all, when I go look at my accounts and I'm shocked, I'm like, oh, look, I beat the S&P 500. That's because I wasn't looking this whole time, right? I keep my long-term money where it should be. I don't check it every day. I don't check it weekly. When I invest on public, I'm not checking my balance. I'm just going in, hitting the invest button, and I get out, right? I'll scroll and read y'all posts and stuff, but I'm not there looking at my balance and figuring out exactly how much money I'm making or losing. I think that could be dangerous when you're looking at your Roth IRA because it can incentivize you to take on more risk or be more sensitive to things and not be investing when you should be investing. So you do definitely want to be aware of that. So what are my final thoughts? I mean, it's better than nothing. You know, at least nobody else is offering me $65 to max out my Roth IRA. But it's not really that much of a benefit compared to other things. For example, CNBC said that if you maxed it out every year, you got your $65 every single year, and you got 10% on that, then after 40 years, you'd have $26,000. Look at all the things that have to happen. $65 a year, which, I mean, obviously it's not a lot, but $65 a year for 40 years, and you have to grow it at 10% a year. That's hard. Now, yeah, you can put it all inside an index fund, and on average, you can get close to that, but it's $26,000. I mean, after 40 years, like, is it that much? Better than zero, though, and I think that's the big thing, too. It's better than zero, and that would be tax-free money. In theory, it should be money just tax-free. So cool. There's that. So if I had to choose, if I already have a Roth IRA, I'm not moving it for $65. I'm just not. That's me. But outside of that, I mean, it doesn't excite me as much. If I had to choose between my Roth 401k or my regular 401k and this particular Roth, I'm going with the 401k because if I get a match there, it is almost always going to be way bigger than the $65 that you can get from this particular platform. So let me know what you think in the comments. I do think, and I will say this, hopefully this does push the entire industry into looking into this more, because it was Robinhood and M1 Finance and others that started the entire trend of fractional shares as well as free trading, buying and selling without commission. This was not a thing 10 or 15 years ago until these apps got popular. So perhaps they could be pushing the envelope and often, kind of forcing Schwab and Fidelity and others to offer their own version of a match, which I think could be very interesting and beneficial to us, the investor, because I'm telling you now, fractional shares are easy for us now. Right, they're easy for us now. It's commonplace now. This was not the norm that long ago. Back when I started as a financial advisor and people would call me and say, hey, I want to buy a stock, or can I go buy it online? We used to charge $20 for every time you buy and sell. Think about that. That's foreign now. That is absolutely foreign now. So perhaps it is something for me. I ain't moving my money for $65, but is better than zero. And if that is your first introduction to a Roth IRA, I'd rather you have one and invest in one for the long term than do nothing at all. So those are all my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you are looking for more information on how to start investing, what to invest in, and all the things that you need to know in detail, make sure you check out our members only. I do videos every single week talking about what stocks make sense, breaking down investing concepts, and everything in between. Last week, we talked about some of my favorite dividend stocks, as well as a stock that I said was absolutely delicious. It pays an amazing dividend and it's up more than 20%. Did that one, and it was good. I'm gonna just tell you right now, it was good and it's absolutely under the radar. So make sure that you check that out. All right, that is it for me. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.